Welcome to this short video that demonstrates how IBM Connections can be used for better collaboration, knowledge management, and project management within organizations. In this demo, I will log into IBM Connections using my corporate user ID, which is managed by our IBM Domino server. But it can be any other LDAP server such as Microsoft Active Directory or whatever else. Now you can see my homepage. It's a place where I can follow what's happening inside the company. There are 3 columns of information and a top menu which provides access to other applications, which I will tell you later. The most important is the activity stream here in the middle, where I can see that my colleagues did something interesting. They shared a file, they edited a wiki page. Because I previously said that I am interested in this kind of content. There are many things happening even in a small company, so I have controls how to filter out information which I'm not interested in. I don't want to go into details here, but the main takeaway is that IBM Connections is so-called people-centric system. So everything is here at one single place. And this is something that our customers really love. Because in contrast, some old-fashioned systems, such as many document management systems or Microsoft SharePoint, there are so many places you have to visit to check what's there and how is it related to you, that this is really a huge step forward. In IBM Connections, I have my user profile, something similar, you know, for instance, from LinkedIn, when I can provide some information about me to help my colleagues to find me easily in the future. I can build my personal network of people who I work with or who I am interested in. I can follow them. And IBM Connections even recommend me people who might be interested for me because we have something together. So here Martin has several things together with me, so I can invite him quickly into my professional network. And there is also a smart corporate directory, so if I look for, let's say, a Windows administrator because I need somebody to help me with my projects, or if I seek for, let's say, a consultant, the system tells me quickly who are the people in my company based on their actual skills or knowledge. This is a really useful feature in large organizations. A very powerful feature of IBM Connections is the search engine that can search full text any content stored in IBM Connections. Let's say I'm interested in training materials for IBM Connections. So I type in the search string and very quickly I get a set of results. I can see that people were talking about connections training. I can see files somehow related to connections training. And what's important, the results are presented in an order which is related to me. So files which I shared or I commented or I liked in the past get more points and are shown on top of the search results. And I can even more drill down for better results. So let's say I want to see only results that are explicitly related to training, and let's say that I am interested in files only, and let's say that I am interested in something recent. So I can very quickly drill down to where content I need to do my job. Now I will show you communities. Communities in IBM Connections are places that group together people and content such as files, wikis, blogs, ideas, surveys, and so on. As you can see, I am a member of 84 communities, so I will pick one to show you how it does look in side. As you can see, we have a lot of collaboration tools. So I can see who are the members of the community. I can click through text. I have some picture here. I have galleries for screenshot and brochures. I have a document library. I have a discussion forums. I have a bookmarks and so on. In IBM Connections, every single user can start a community for a new project or for sharing a new area of knowledge. It's very easy. You just click the page with your communities and click this button. And let us assume that we will open a new office in Prague. So I will start a community for this mini project. Let's name it a new office in Prague. Next, I have to choose the access right for this community. So this one I want to make a restricted community only for users I invite inside. And I can fill in some descriptions. So let's say we plan to open a new office in October in Prague. Here we will share all documents, plans and tasks. Let's make it simple. Next, I will add some text to make this community more findable in the future. So it should be obviously Prague and also Praha in local language and perhaps office. And as you can see, the system suggests some text that are already used in it, so I can just reuse the information already stored inside. I click Save, and in a couple of seconds I have a new community, new collaboration space for my project. It's pretty simple, and now I will show you how to make it more appealing. At this stage, I can start working with my community, but before that, I want to make it more fancy. So I click here on Edit Community, and I will upload a new community image, which is pretty easy. I just click here, select an image, and say and close. And ta-da, it now looks much better. And perhaps I want also to rename some of the widgets over there because files is too generic for me, so I change the title to team or maybe document library. And I want maybe also to change the order of the widgets over there, and I prefer to have my members on left. Now I will upload some initial content into my community. I will start with files, and I will upload my first file. I can do it either from files which are already stored in IBM Connections, or I can upload files from my computer. I can use either drag and drop in the area here, or I can browse for files, which is the way I prefer. And here I have a map I want to share with my team. Of course, I can again add some text, so let's take it with map and Prague. And now with one click I am finished. I can check the files immediately. So you can see a preview of the file. You can check the properties of the file. Maybe I can add a description so that this is a map of some areas that we consider. And what is very nice feature of IBM Connections is the ability to put some comments. So I can say, team, please check this areas and share any comments. So you can see that such a message is related to the content itself. I don't have to send email to anybody to be able to see this message. So If I work in Microsoft Office, I can use a nice integration. There is a new ribbon, so I can share a file into community very quickly. My community was called new office in Prague, so I just select it, choose the file component, and tada, my file is very quickly stored into IBM Connections. I can check it here using the files widget. So now you can see I have two files over there. Now I will share some additional content with my team. I found an interesting site that I want to share with them, so I can add a bookmark here to a site called Office Map. It's a site that offers many offices for lease, and it's pretty important, so I will mark it in this way. Click Save, and again I'm done. Next, I want to ask a question for my team, whether we should consider some more areas or not. So I will use a forum for this, and I will start my first topic. Let's call it additional places to consider. I can mark it as a question. I can again add some text if necessary, and I can put my questions here. So team, shall we also consider some additional close to the D1 highway? I can attach a file or do some more complex stuff, but for this demo it's enough. Now I have some content in the community, so I can invite other people to join me on this project. I click on a page that shows the list of members of this community, and I can either add members or invite members. I will use the first option, so I will add members, and it's very easy. I can search for people. They can be either members or owners, like me. So let's say I want to have more owners, and I will search for their names. So I will add Peter. I can check whether it's the correct person, and I will add Martin. Again, this one. Click, and I have my team ready for further collaboration. And now I will start to organize my project. For this, I will need another widget, which is called Activities. So I have to add it here. Again, it is very simple. I move it a bit up so we don't have to scroll the screen. And I will create my first activity. An activity is a kind of mini project, a set of tasks that lead to some result. Every activity has a name, so I will name my activity, say, open a new office in Prague. Then I have to add some text like Prague or Praha. Then I have to choose what is the access options for this activity, whether all members of the committee have access, and I can type it a longer description. Set the due date and click Save, and very quickly I have created my first activity. Each activity can contain entries, to-do items, or session. I like sessions, so I will create some structure here. We have to start with finding a place, so this will be my first section. Then we have to rent the office space, and then we have to prepare the office for moving. And then I will work on the entries. So let's create some to-dos here. So to find a place, we have either search via agents, or we can search on web, or we can ask local friends for tips. Now I'm ready with the first session. Then I will create some to-dos for the next one. So to rent the office space, we have to check the area for available services. We have to sign the contract, and we have to update our insurance contract. So I think that this is enough for now. Next, I will fill in some details and assign the tasks to people. So I will start with the first one, click edit here, and here I can see the list of options I can change. So let's say I want to assign this task to myself. I could change the due date, and I have to type in some description of the task. This task is related to a file, so I want to attach also a link to file that I have previously uploaded into the community. This is the list of our requirements. I insert the link, click save here, and I am done. Now I can continue working in this style, or I can use this nice extension and work with the activity in the style of Kanban board. It's much more quick and fancy. So I'll move to the next one. Just click edit. I can assign this task, let's say, to Martin. I can do some color coding, maybe that this task is somehow important. I can change the due date for Monday, for instance, and I can work with other sections. So let's say I need to do some painting here. I want to do some branding of the office, and I want to do some IT cabling, for instance. And I have this nice drag and drop feature, so if I decide to change the structure, I just drag and drop the task somewhere else. I can change order, is it important? And again, I can do all the edits I need. So I can mark this task as a private, that this is only for me and nobody else can see it. Or I can mark some task as completed. There are other very powerful views. For instance, I can sort the to-dos by due date to check quickly what tasks are due today, tomorrow, this week, next week, what is overdue. And I can also very quickly plan the task like this. So this is for today, this is for the next week, this one is also for the next week, and so on. I can also sort the to-dos by members or by people. so I can quickly check who is responsible for what, and I can assign individual tasks for individual people. So signing contact is for people, update infrastructure is for Martin, and the office space is, let's say, again for people, for Peter. And I can, of course, return back to the previous view, so I can check what is here. So I can see that some tasks are already finished, some are due in close, some time period, some are due today, tomorrow, and some maybe even overdue. Whatever has happened inside the activity is available on this page as a chronological list of events, and there is also a similar list for the whole community called Recent Updates page. So here you can see all the recent updates created by me, and look, there's also a notification that Peter added a file, so I can click the file and check what's new. There is a comment that Peter left for me because here's a mention of myself, and he wrote about a new version of the file, so I can check the version tag, and really there is a new version by Peter. And I can even check the About tab to see how many people downloaded the file. So I can see that here are 11 downloads, and I can even check who downloaded which version of the file. I think that this is enough for today. There are much more features in IBM Connections, and if I spend more time setting up the community and uploading content, I could result quickly in a community like this one. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short video, and if you like to learn more about this great product, you can either visit our website www.whitesoft.eu, or feel free to approach me directly and we can organize a full demo for you. Thank you again and have a nice day.